The first story begins with isolation. A young couple, tired of city life, rents a remote cabin deep in the Utah wilderness. The road leading to it twists through dense forest, and by the time they arrive, the sun is already low, casting long shadows between the pine trunks. The cabin is old, wooden, creaking in the wind, but it feels peaceful, almost too peaceful. The first night is uneventful, except for the sounds outside, the snap of branches, a rustle too deliberate to be the wind. They brush it off. Wilderness is full of noises. But on the second night, the rustling comes closer. Footsteps circle the cabin. Not running, not rushing, but slow, deliberate. Something is pacing them. When the husband steps outside to investigate, he sees it, an animal, perhaps a coyote or a wolf, but wrong. Its head tilts unnaturally, human-like eyes glinting in the moonlight. Its body stretches in ways that make no sense, joints bending impossibly. It disappears when he blinks. The couple locks all doors, windows, even boards up the small porch. Every night it returns. They start to see it imitating people. One night, a figure resembling the husband walks outside, motionless, staring. The real husband is inside. By the fifth night, they understand, the creature isn't hunting them for food. It's studying them, learning them, testing what it can become. It mimics, it observes, it waits. The couple flees before dawn, leaving everything behind. They swear to never return. Some nights later, neighbors report a human-shaped figure roaming the woods near the cabin, limping, twisted, and far too quiet. Story 2, The Ranch in the Desert. This story takes place on a small family ranch in Arizona. A teenager working alone in the barn notices the horses are agitated, their ears pinned, tails flicking nervously. A coyote's howl echoes in the distance, but it sounds wrong, almost like a scream. Late at night, the teenager wakes to the sound of someone, or something, walking around the house. Heavy boots, slow steps, careful. Peering through the window, he sees a man standing by the corral, but the silhouette is too perfect, too human. When he opens the door to confront him, the figure is gone. Over the next week, strange things escalate. Tools disappear, footprints appear around the property, too large for a human, too deliberate for an animal. At night, the teenager hears whispers outside his window. Words he doesn't understand, spoken in a voice that sounds like a distorted family member. One night, he wakes to find a figure crouched by his bed, perfectly mimicking his father's face. Its eyes are wrong, black, bottomless, empty. The teenager screams. His father bursts in, sees nothing. The next morning, the teenager notices a single hoofprint in the living room. The ranchers leave the land, abandoning it to the desert. Locals whisper that skinwalkers often return to familiar territory, taking the forms of those they once watched. Story 3, The Road Trip. The last story begins on a deserted highway in New Mexico. A group of friends drives late at night, joking about ghost stories and urban legends. One of them, a skeptic, mentions skinwalkers and laughs, confident in their disbelief. They see it first as a hitchhiker, a man standing by the road, waving. Tall, thin, wearing dark clothes. Against better judgment, they stop. He doesn't speak. Just steps into the back of the SUV without asking. When they glance back, the seat is empty. Moments later, the car engine dies. They try the phone, no signal. The headlights illuminate the road ahead, and they see figures moving along the desert dunes. Not running, not walking naturally, gliding, stalking, moving with a predatory grace. One friend glimpses a figure that resembles her younger brother. Her stomach drops, he is hundreds of miles away at home. The brother smiles, then tilts its head unnaturally and runs alongside the car. The friends scream, drive off recklessly, only to find the figure still keeping pace, vanishing only when the sun rises. Even months later, each of them swears they saw shapes in the distance at night, moving with a human familiarity but a cruel, alien intent. They never speak of it again. Some say the skinwalker chooses its victims slowly, learning who they are, haunting them, teaching fear one night at a time.